Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the October 21st regularly scheduled meeting of the Hertford County Board of Education. At this time, will you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance led by Ms. Porter? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I entertain a motion to accept the consideration minutes for our September 23rd, 2024 regular scheduled meeting.
Mr. Chair, I motion that we approve the regular monthly board meeting minutes from September 23rd, 2024.
Has been motion, proper second?
Second.
Has been a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. 2.3, I entertain a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
I make a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
Has been motion properly second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Engagement excellence, 3.1, introduction of newly hired employees. Ms. Norman?
Good evening, Chair Hall, Vice Chair Hall, our board members, and Dr. Pratt. Tonight, we have the pleasure of introducing our newest members of the Bear family to you all. So when I call your name, if you will please stand, I will share your position, location, and an interesting fact that you provided. So let's begin. We have Jacqueline Booth, AES, she's custodian. She says she loves to run around and play with her grandkids. All right, next we have Jasmine Taylor, RES, ECTA. She says she has a passion. Her passion has always been to educate the youth, and she's happy to be with Hertford County Public Schools. And then we have Tracy Rudd. All right, Miss Rudd, district office, district receptionist. She says that she has been a fur baby mama for 20 years. Board members, these are our newest Bear family members, so we'll celebrate them and give you all opportunity to say something.
Thank you. Mr. Shields?
On behalf of the Board of Hertford County Board of Education, we welcome y'all to Hertford County. We hope that you spend at least 20 years with us. And if there's anything that we can do as board members, please don't hesitate to contact us because we serve you too. You serve us, but we serve you too also. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excuse me, board members, we have
Yes.
one more
Okay.
that I need to introduce. I couldn't see, I'm sorry. Shanita Horton, please stand. RES. She says she loves children and she is completely overjoyed and thankful for the opportunity given to work with the children of Hertford County Public Schools. And she's also a graduate as well.
Thank you, Ms. Horton.
Well, excuse me, that doesn't break up. If you love children, you are darn sure in the right job. I can tell you that.
Yes, sir.
You chose the right job. Thank you.
3.2, National Principals Month. Ms. Raymond?
Good evening, Chair Hall, members of the board, Dr. Pratt. October is National Principals Month, and tonight we are proud to recognize our outstanding principals for their dedication and the incredible work they do for our staff and students every day. When I call your name, please come forward to accept your gift and stand across the front so we can get a picture at the end with our board members. First, we are going to celebrate Mrs. Deborah Brown James, Riverview Elementary School.
Oh, is that an even shirt she got on?
Next, we have Mr. Opie Stinson, Fairfield Primary School. Miss Elena Riddick, Ahoskie Elementary School. Mrs. Terrell Deloach, Hertford County Middle School. Miss Ronica Watford, CS Brown STEM High School.
See that?
Mrs. Glacier Robinson, Hertford County Early College High School. And Mr. Wesley Dudley, Hertford County High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the proud principals of Hertford County Public Schools. If you could join us for a picture, please.
I need to do that. I'll let you guys go. I'll let you guys go.
All right. 3.3, be the bar, Ms. Norman.
Hey, good evening again, Chair Hall, Vice Chair Hall, our board members, Dr. Pratt. I would like to share with you this evening our certified and classified October Be the Bar employees. Hertford County Public Schools will foster a safe, nurturing environment that serves all students and families through quality education, diversity, and innovative opportunities, ensuring graduates are globally competitive, equipped for success. And of course, our vision is cultivate today's minds to impact tomorrow's leaders. Now, these staff members tonight that you will be celebrating have exhibited our core values, which are student-centered, equity, accountability, excellence, and collaboration. We'll begin with our certified staff. When I call your name, please go over to get your certificate and your golden bar. Okay, we have some goodies in there for you all. So stand in the front and then we will get your picture. So certified first and then classified. And then the ones last month, we'll make sure they get their golden bar as well. There's some little treats in there. Okay, so certified, we'll start with BPS. Cynthia Reddick, assistant principal.
Mama Reddick.
AES, Jada Owens, fifth grade ELA. RES, Regina Cooper, fourth grade ELA. Okay. Hertford County Middle School, we have Raymond Agbayaga, eighth grade math teacher, and unfortunately he is sick. You will still give him a hand. Have early college, Michael Kincaid, ninth grade, IPL. CS Brown, Daniel Lee, 9th and 12th grade English teacher. Hertford County High School, Frida Lee, 9th grade counselor. And then we have our district office, Mr. Woodson Hunter, our maintenance. Board members, Dr. Pratt, will you join us for
Yes, ma'am.
a picture? Give them a hand clap. Now we will move on to our classified. We have BPS, Comethea, Abernathy, Administrative Assistant, Receptionist. We have AES, Vanessa Gatlin, 4th through 5th grade, Teacher Assistant. We have RES, Andrew Lassiter, pre-K 5th grade. Hertford County Middle School, Katrina Winborn, 6th through 8th grade custodian. Early College, Sandra Deloach, 9th through 12th grade instructional. CS Brown, Connie Harrell, 9th through 12th grade online. In Hertford County High School, Desiree Cherry, 9th through 12th grade reception. And then district office, Stacy Harrell, our payroll technician. Board members, Dr. Pratt, picture, please.
Somebody open that box. See what's in there. Okay, I got you. That's the even trade. Mr. Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Once again, it's my distinct honor and pleasure to say to those tonight who has been recognized as be the bar, that you have exceeded the bar. And that's what the family of Hertford County Public Schools is all about. We thank you for the job that you have done, the job that you are doing, and the job that you will do, because your vision is our vision. Your mission is our mission. And that is to provide an equity, diverse population of opportunities to succeed in this most difficult world. As I look at some of you, I can remember, honestly, I have some former neighbors in here. I have former classmates in here. And time just moves on. But one thing is constant. That's a child. The life of a child remains constant. And your mission and your vision, just like I said, is what we're all about. And we thank you for it. And may you continue to exemplify that throughout life. We need you. We thank you. We respect you. And I think my counterpart said earlier, if we can do anything within our power to make the day better for you, please let the superintendent know, and he will certainly share it with this board as we move forward to provide those services and things that others can look up to. And believe me, there are children each and every day that know that you have exceeded the bar because you care about them. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for the job that you are doing and being a part of our family. And the chairman has always said to us, it takes an entire village to raise a child. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Hall. At this time, please feel free to stay, but if you need to leave at this time, you have the opportunity to do that now.
One of echoes in there.
Don't everybody leave one time.
Yeah. I'll take a picture. I said, look. Sorry, that's why.
Do we have any public input, Ms. Freeman? Thank you. All right, moving on to academic excellence, 4.1, school improvement plans for low performance schools, Ms. Perry.
Good evening, Board Chair Hall, board members, Dr. Pratt. I'm before you to discuss our school improvement planning process for our low performing schools, and additionally, what district support we have in place for all schools. As usual, this aligns to our mission, vision, and core values. We want to make sure that we are fostering a safe, nurturing environment to serve all students and families through quality education, diversity, and innovative opportunities. And these plans detail out the specific plans of each school with regard to ensuring this environment. So there's 4 things that we're going to talk about tonight. Number 1 is school improvement legislation, which I know the board is privy to, but also for the public. Our school improvement plans, which each board member has a copy of the updated plans from schools, and then what school support looks like at the district office in support of our low performing schools and our next steps. So I won't belabor this, but of course, 115C states that low performing schools on an annual basis get these designations. This goes to our schools that are designated either a D or an F, and also having a growth score of met or did not meet. We have 3 schools that fall underneath that regulation. In terms of SIP plans, we have a purpose is to improve student performance. These plans are to be reviewed by the staff and voted on secret ballot, so everyone has equity and voice. They provide an opportunity for board approval every 2 years. And then once approved, school improvement plans are effective for 2 years. However, we want to amend them for our low performing schools, and that's why I'm before you this evening. Additionally, you're going to find that, of course, as we mentioned, the school improvement teams will vote on this plan. We have an additional components that we'll be giving our schools feedback on, which includes our focus on PBIS, ensuring that teachers have effective planning time, and how we'll engage our families and our communities in this process. Additionally, you will find that we will be updating these plans to include professional learning, ongoing professional learning for each of our low performing schools on how they provide that specific support to their staff for continuous growth and learning. The school improvement team is here, comprised of course, members from the school, assistant principals, personnel, teacher assistants, etc. We also have a requirement that parents be enrolled. Parents be also a member of this team. And so we are making sure that each of our schools adhere to the SIP legislation with regards to the members of the school improvement team. In regards to the district support, we have determined specific improvement goals for each school by a tested area. These school goals align to individual school data and is differentiated. And so all of our schools will have math, reading, science, attendance, SEL, and discipline goals. And additionally, the SIPs will outline specifically on how we will increase our student achievement and growth. Additionally, the process will include regular check-ins, quarterly semester reviews. So we will have a timeline of giving schools feedback on their school improvement plans. We as Hertford County Public Schools leadership frequently provide direct guidance to our principals, PLCs, on their plan components. We will have a district review team for our school improvement plans with a focus on supporting school to meet their goals, identification of aligned strategic strategies, and a plan for and providing supports to these schools. The reviews, school improvement plans were turned in recently, and now we will be giving them feedback in the month of November so that our plans are revised and up to date with our district feedback. So they will come back to the Board of Education for final approval in November, which takes me to our particular timeline. Board of Education has to take a look at these plans. They'll be formally approved in November, and then they will go to the State Board of Education in December to be submitted to the state. So this is our ongoing plan. The plans that you have before you will be revised with additional feedback for our schools. So to ensure that we align to the vision and mission of our Hertford County Public Schools as well as the priorities and imperatives in our strategic plan. This is for information tonight.
Board members, any comments or questions at this time?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Just for clarification, the highlighted, the yellow things, is that, those are additional to, or what is in the plans?
So in the plans, depending on the date, since these are living, breathing documents, what we encourage our schools to do is keep adding to them. So
Okay,
most of the things that you see highlighted in yellow will have an end date of being completed, and or the majority of those activities are completed. And so what we will add in, it may be highlighted in yellow, but it will be noted by end year of 2025 or there.
right. I see 2025
Sir.
on it. And I was just wondering, for these additions to the plans that's already been presented prior to this year, that's what I was saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the time frame that when these are approved and sent to DPI, and then DPI sends it over to the state board for approval. In the meantime, do you get any feedback from the state board, whoever looks at this, as far as whether it needs changing or edited or something like that?
Yes, sir. They provide us feedback in InStar.
And okay.
So they'll look at it and they give us feedback, and then we need to respond to the feedback.
Okay. What is the time frame for that, Dr. Pratt?
So they're due in to DPI December the 9th.
Correct.
And from December to January, mid-January, they provide us feedback,
Okay.
and then
Correct.
we have an opportunity to update and revise it.
Yeah, so this is for information to the board in case the Board of Education has additional feedback that you would like to see uplifted. We, as a departmental staff, will give our schools additional feedback on revisions to this plan so that when they come back to you in November, they are final draft in preparation for that DPI feedback.
Because I was just wondering whether or not we had time in case somebody have a, you know.
So actually, the recommendation is tonight to put them out for 30 days for written public comments.
Okay.
And so that will be on our district website and also the school website.
That's
So we
correct.
do need a motion to put them out for public comments, and then we'll take that feedback that we receive, and then we'll bring you a finalized plan back
In
in
November.
November.
Yes, sir.
But I was saying, I was gonna make sure that we have time
Yes.
to react to some issues, because January, February, March, April, May, that's about half of the school year, over half of the school year. Okay.
That's a flaw in the process, I believe.
Yeah.
It needs to be.
Interesting reading if you got magnifying glasses.
Yes.
It'll put you to sleep there, I tell you. But thank you, I appreciate that.
Any other comments or concerns, board members? Hearing none, you're hearing the recommendation from administration. May I entertain a motion to put these out for 30 days for written public comment?
I make a motion, Mr. Chairman, if I'm in order, that we put these out for public input for the next 30 days, our school improvement, low performing school improvement plans.
Second.
Has been motioned and properly second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Seabury. 4.2, Governor's School Update, Ms. Pate.
Good evening, Chair Hall, Vice Chair Hall, Dr. Pratt, and members of the board. Our district remains deeply committed to fostering a safe and nurturing, innovative environment that ensures every student is prepared to thrive in a globally competitive world. Our mission reflects our dedication to delivering high-quality education for all, while our vision emphasizes developing today's minds to shape tomorrow's leaders. Our core values, like being student-centered, promoting equity, accountability, excellence, and collaboration, are at the heart of everything we do daily. One of our key priorities is systematically improving teaching and learning. We're focused on building strong instructional foundations to support academic growth, ensuring that all students receive the quality education that they deserve. In my presentation this evening, I'm going to uplift some points that we are refining this year with the governor's school recruitment process. We are looking for underrepresented populations of students who we're being their advocates this year, more so than normal. With the counselor's information session we had, we reviewed eligibility criteria. We distributed some application materials with rubrics for our students and parents. So we looked for strategies to identify that underrepresented and overlooked population of students. Together with the parent information session, we held interest meetings in September. We successfully identified potential candidates across all 3 of the high schools. The key actions in helping to locate those students were we looked at the overview of the application process with key deadlines. We discussed the program's in detail with including the academic expectations, living arrangements, program outcomes, things that aren't typically talked about this time of the year dealing with governor's school. We had a question and answer session to address concerns with family members at the high school. Now it's up to our application components. In our application process, our school counselors are working to look at the academic records and achievements of our students. We're helping our students write personal essays and their personal statements. We have teacher recommendations. This year, we have also added an evaluation rubric to our students. We're giving that to our students to let them know what we're looking for. Our next steps include the local selection and nomination process. Our counselors and selection panels will carefully review the applications focused on academic excellence, creativity, and leadership potential. The final nominations will be submitted to the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction for selection in December. A quick review of the timeline here. Beginning in August and September, our counselors came together. In October and November, we had our parent information sessions. In November, we're going to have a local selection and review panel for the applications. The applications, the nominations that we submit are due to DPI on December 13th. So our review panel will be convening before then. Exciting news this year is that we actually get to choose 2 students rather than just 1. So we will be sponsoring 2 students this year to go to governor's school. In March, our notifications will be sent out to those parents. And in June 22nd through July 19th, 2025, our students who are selected will be headed towards Raleigh to governor's school, and they will spend 4 weeks in the program. So throughout this journey, we will provide, and we are continuously providing, the support that our students need and our families to fill out the applications, to write the essays, to have all the logistical support that we need to ensure a smooth transition for the program. I want to open the floor now to any of your questions or feedback. This is just an information session. I want to go ahead and give you an update. We have 3 students so far with almost complete applications. We are early in the process. And again, like I said, we're going to have some more information sessions opening in November, where parents can come out and we can help support with the application process. So at this time, I would like to open the floor for questions to help refine our process.
Questions or comments at this time, board members?
Mr. Chairman, if I could quickly, just for clarification.
Certainly.
Any info from the state concerning the Governor's School West and the Governor's School East? Are we still going to have it? What's the latest word on, or they're going to combine it? We know what's happening in the West. I mean, we know why. I know, would that impact the East or not?
It so far has not impacted the East.
Right.
We're still doing the Governor's School East. Not much information about the West right now. But the good news is we do get to select 2 students this year.
Yes.
That is
yes,
new.
That is great.
Yes.
And go back to the one where the grading of the essays, you remember? You talked about. Is that for just these students who are applying or
well,
that?
It's for all of them,
Okay,
but we're gonna show the students what NCDPI is looking for.
okay, okay.
The scores, so this is just, it doesn't give you a whole lot of detailed information
Right.
here. But these are some of the things that we are looking for. It's the academics, that excellence, creative thinking, leadership potential. Of course, there's the writing skill and the area that they focus on, whether it is the academic area or the arts, highlighting the arts.
Yeah, the personal essays and
Personal
statements.
yes, sir.
Because I could see that as for all of our kids need that,
Absolutely.
or some form of it.
Right, right.
This day and time.
That's right.
As we well know, you can go up there and go to the computerized form, AI.
AI,
The word
that's-
just
yeah.
want to come out, Ms. Porter. That AI business where 2 words and they got an essay sent back to them, regardless of, but that is something that I'm glad to see.
The beauty about the personal essays, their statements, is they have to be reflective.
Of themselves,
They
reflective
have to be
writing.
reflective.
Yeah,
And through the AIG program, we're also giving them prompts each month. That's going to start in November, a reflection prompt, starting back when they were in kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, to think back and to, think about their track that they've been on. So some of that is going to come into play with that personal essay.
for I've always been a strong opponent of what's good for AG students
Everything.
is good for all students.
That's right. That's right.
Any kind of way. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Superintendent. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. Any other comments, questions?
I would like the possibility of meeting the students that are applying, not the 2 that win, but also the other ones that are applying, because those kids they're heroes too.
They are.
And we need to celebrate their willingness to put themselves out there, because that's what you're doing. So if it's possible,
It's possible.
I would like to have those students come here
And be recognized.
yeah, I would. I think that
Absolutely.
would be
We would
great.
definitely put that on the agenda. That will be on one of our agendas. Perfect. Thank you for that recommendation.
Mrs. Loach?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My thoughts were sort of similar to what Mr. Shields was talking about. I was looking at your council information section,
Yes, sir.
under the key actions, component number 3. Strategies for identifying underrepresented or overlooked students. I thought that was a good point that you all are looking at, because I know in the past, we've had some students that have been overlooked.
That's right.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it takes somebody to believe in them and tell them,
Yes.
look, this is where you are and this is where you can go. So we're tracking our students and trying to be strategic with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what we need to do, what the state need to do, to put some money in that category and start and take that formula out and fund based on need
Yeah.
and not the formula.
A lot more students would have opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what they need to do now.
Thank you, Ms. Page. Staff and Excellence, 5.1, Personnel Report, Ms. Norman.
Good evening again, Chair Hall, Vice Chair Hall. I stand before you seeking the approval of our October 21st, 2024 personnel report.
Board members, comments or questions about the personnel report as presented? Hearing none, may I entertain a motion to approve the personnel report as presented by administration?
Motion to approve the personnel report for this month.
Has been motion, I have a proper second.
Second motion.
Has been second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Norman.
Thank you.
5.2, announcement of settlement agreement. Pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A3, the board has entered a settlement agreement with Richard Wright, a former employee, for $28,000, with half of the settlement paid by its risk provider to settle an employment discrimination lawsuit. The district believes the case to be frivolous and vehemently denies any wrongdoing or violation of law, but chose to settle to avoid further litigation and its attendant costs. This settlement includes releasing all claims against the district and its agents, the school boards, trust, Dr. William Wright, and any other previously named defendant, and no admission of wrongdoing by the district. 5.3 mentor pay, Ms. Page.
I'm not Ms. Page, but I will continue. Good evening again, Vice Chair, Chair Hall. I stand before you seeking approval of our new proposed mentor pay. This new proposal, of course, will allow us to recognize our staff. It acknowledges the significant time and effort and expertise of our mentors and the time that they invest in their mentees. Of course, it improves retention and increased engagement with our mentors and mentees. Our current status is, they only get paid for 2 people that they support, regardless of how many that they have under them. We are proposing that regardless of how many mentees they have with them, that we compensate them. So if they have a BT 1 or 2 or 3 and 4, they should be compensated for that.
Any comments or questions at this time, board members? Hearing none, may I entertain a motion to approve the mentor pay as presented by administration?
I make a motion to approve the mentor pay as presented by administration.
Has been motion, do I have a proper second?
Second motion.
Has been second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. 5.4 qualified observer, Ms. Norman.
Good evening again. I stand before you, Chair Hall, board members, Dr. Pratt, asking for your approval, seeking your approval of the Qualified Observer 24-25 list.
Any comments or questions at this time, board members?
I have a question. Are they gonna help with the teacher evaluations, or is that what their role is?
Mandatory plans, correct, Dr. Pratt?
Okay.
Mandatory.
All right.
So this is an opportunity for employees who are on a mandatory plan or remediation plan that they seek additional support outside their building of someone else that's a qualified observer can come in and conduct an evaluation on them. This was put in law several years ago. And so we're just putting our list together where we have qualified observers within this district.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments, board members?
I see it as just an additional support for these individuals. A new way of looking at it
Fresher look.
and fresher look through other eyes.
Mhm. Yep.
Which should be something I think I would enjoy,
That's-
you know. So anyway, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. If there are no other comments or questions, may I entertain a motion to approve the qualified observers as presented by administration?
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman, if I'm in order, that we approve the qualified observer recommendation coming from the administration.
Second.
Has been motion and properly second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. 5.5 Global Teaching Partners Contract, Ms. Norman.
Okay, and good evening for the last time, I think. Chair Hall, Vice Chair Hall, board members, Dr. Pratt. I stand before you seeking your approval of the Global Teaching Partners 24-25 contract.
Any comments or questions at this time, board members? Hearing none, may I entertain a motion to approve the Global Teaching Partners Contract as presented?
So motion.
Has been motion, do I have a proper second?
Second.
Has been properly second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Norman.
Thank you.
Closing item 7.1. Superintendent report. Dr. Pratt.
Go, Mr. Chairman. Go ahead. You got everybody goofing it up out here.
Next slide. So we have our mission, vision, and core values. I won't repeat those for the group tonight. Next slide. We'd like to take an opportunity to say thank you for our principals for National Principals Month. We have 7 outstanding principals that work extremely hard each and every day for our students. And I don't say a thank you a lot to them, but I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for all that you do and will do for the kids of Hertford County. I know your heart's in the right place, and I know you want great things to happen for our kids, and I appreciate everything that you do. So this is a great month to celebrate you and your leadership and what you're doing in the district. So great job. We have some wonderful pictures as well. Look at those pictures. Aren't they?
All the people I see. No.
I mean, just outstanding pictures, right? They could be models.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, next slide. This week, huh?
I thought they were.
Yeah, they are.
They look better in person. But yeah, and they do up there.
This week is college application week. You see many of our staff wearing mostly principals at college shirts to represent their college today. And so we're excited about the opportunity of exposing our kids to applying for college, our seniors applying for college. And so it's a great opportunity for our kids to learn about colleges and then apply for colleges or universities. And so we're excited that Chowan University and RCCC and all our partners will have direct contact with our students this week, encouraging them to consider those two opportunities for them and any other opportunities that they're seeking as well. Our kids have many options available to them, so they should have a plan A, B, and C. Chowan University and RCCC should be a plan B and C if you plan on going to a four-year college. But our students need to think about if you can't get into NC State, they need to have a secondary school as well. And so we're excited about the opportunities that our students have available for them right here in Hertford County. And if they decide to go somewhere else, they also have those opportunities. And so this school year, you know, they implemented a 2.7 GPA, 2.8 GPA on these schools listed here. So they're automatically in. All they have to do is apply. And so they only looking at GPA. So if you got a GPA, you are already in school of a 2.8. And so that's wonderful. It's a new time and age that we're living in. And so kids have an opportunity to go anywhere they want to go. And this week is opportunity for them to even waive the application fees as well. So we have 77 that's eligible to go to any of those colleges. That's wonderful. Outstanding work for those 77 kids. All right. I also met last month with my advisory boards. So I have the parent advisory, the student advisory, and the teacher advisory, SAT, PAC, and TAC. Ms. Sidbury loves when I use those terminologies. But a great opportunity for me to say thank you to the staff, teachers, administrators, and students and families for the work that they did last school year and the work that they're going to do this school year. We also had the opportunity to review that data, even though we broadcast our data in the meetings when we met with staff and met with teachers and families. They hadn't heard the data or seen the data besides what was on social media and what we posted. So Ms. Sidbury did a very deep dive with them to help them understand the data and where we need to go moving forward in the 24-25 school year. We also discussed with all these groups the low performing school status and the requirements under the state of North Carolina so that they are familiar with those laws and regulations in the state of North Carolina, and those was well received. I can tell you when I did the student advisory group, when we went over our academic data, the one question that our students asked us, well, Dr. Pratt, what are you doing about that 28% proficiency? And I thought that was powerful. And so they're very interested in how we're going to improve our achievement in Hertford County. And I said, no need to worry. We'll get Ms. Sidbury here next month to let you know. So Ms. Sidbury is coming back next month to talk about the strategies that we're doing in the district to raise our scores. And so got a great group of students who are very engaged in the process and learning about our district and what we need to do as we move forward. Couple of congratulations slide. I had the opportunity to attend Chowan University inauguration of their president, Dr. Rosemary Thomas. Very powerful ceremony. I think it was over 2 hours, but it was good. It was 3 hours, but it was good. And get me to sit for 3 hours is a challenge in itself. But it was a great celebration of her and her leadership and her impact that she's already had on Shawan University in Hertford County. So congratulations to Dr. Thomas and what she's going to do there. We also had Dr. LeQuinn recognized by WITN as a Teacher of the Week. And so very proud of Dr. LeQuinn at CS Brown and what she's doing there to help raise all achievement for all students. Couldn't think of a better choice for that recognition. Second slide, of course, you know, we had homecoming on Friday night, and so we have new queens and kings in our district. And so just wanted to say from the early college, Mr. Wood and Mrs. Lewis was named king and queen. CS Brown, Mr. Tyler Williams, and then Miss Futrell at CS Brown. And then lastly, but not least, at the high school, we had Mr. Bishop and Miss Freeman, who was named king and queen for this school year. So congratulations to them. We did have a middle school celebration. I need to put that in my November update, and I will. I just didn't have the information. I'll get that and get the middle school recognized as well, Mr. Loach. Upcoming events.
Before you leave that
yes.
though, those homecomings, it needs to be noted that Hertford County High School had a victory.
Yes, they
at
did.
our homecoming
They
game.
did. They did.
A real true victory. So I'm proud of the I am of the team and of course the court of these king and queen.
That's right. Very good.
But yeah, we had a good victory.
We did. Upcoming events, mentor meeting, I think Monday night. So if our families or community members, or, you know, anyone who's interested in coming in our district to mentor, to tutor, to be lunch buddies, whatever, we need your assistance to help support our kids. So Ms. Freeman and Mr. Cooley is heading up this initiative, whether we will meet on Monday night for an interest meeting, to engage, to explain the mentor process or program to the community members. These flyers have been going out. I know you've seen them around the community, so we're excited about starting this mentorship program within our district.
Where is that going to be, Dr. Pratt?
It's going to be at Ahoskie Elementary on Monday, October 28th at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And also, Dr. Pratt, did we send a personal invitation to the sororities and fraternities in this area, Divine Nine,
yes,
for them to show up at this mentor?
Ms. Freeman is saying yes.
You sent a personal. Okay.
And talk to them about that.
Okay. For most of the sororities and fraternities, as you, 99% of them do have a component of mentorship for each and every one of them. And hopefully they will show up on the 28th.
Answer the call.
And then
Answer the call.
I know one gonna show up. Ain't talking about nobody else. I know one gonna show up.
Right.
I know two. All right. All right. So hey, hey, we'll come on now, Mr. Delta. All right, there we go again. Hey, we're on a roll already.
That's right.
I don't know out of these 3 or 4 that answered, I don't know what good they're gonna do, but we're gonna be there. Yeah, we're gonna be there. Thank you.
All right. Upcoming event, we have the ribbon covering ceremony at middle school for the Patson Patterson Lab. So we're extremely proud of the Patson Patterson Lab on October the 22nd, I'm sorry.
22nd, yeah.
The 22nd, that's tomorrow. From 11 a.m. to noon tomorrow at the middle school. So we would like to invite all board members and community members to come and see the great labs that we have implemented at the middle school.
I've been asked about that, Dr. Pratt, if I might take maybe 2 or 3 minutes or maybe 2 minutes.
Yes.
What will go on tomorrow? I mean, what will who shows up to see it, to be a part? I mean, what would they?
You come on up if you want to add anything from that,
I
since
think
you've
we want
seen it
that.
in works.
The students will be in action. Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Them engaging with.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, thank you.
They've been the first couple of months, you want to talk about, they did an orientation, established ground rules, and those procedural kind of things. And
How long, I mean, all that'll be explained tomorrow, I'm sure. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I can use.
Okay.
All right, Monday Night Football.
All right, next slide. Upcoming dates and celebration. November is National Native American Heritage Month, so we'll be celebrating them. Just to remind everyone that we have no school on the 25th. We have finished the first quarter. How time passed quickly. October the 31st is early release day for schools. It's a professional learning day for our teachers. So after school is dismissed, all our teachers and staff will be engaged in some form of professional learning. This is our traditional calendar. Early college is on a different calendar. So we will be dismissing early on the 31st. November the 11th is Veterans Day. It's no school. November the 12th is no school, required teacher work day. And then November the 27th is no school, it's an optional work day. And then, of course, we have the Thanksgiving holiday, November the 28th through the 29th. And that concludes my report.
Do we have anything planned, Dr. Pratt, for the Native American month? Anything?
That's a great
from-
question.
Yeah, from the district.
No, not right now, but we can work on some.
I strongly encourage us to
Yeah, okay,
participate in that.
okay.
We used to have fourth graders, I believe, to take powwows.
I don't think the powwow's on this year.
I'm not sure.
I've been looking, that's what I've been waiting.
Built a new building.
They building.
I see that building back there. Yeah,
So, but I know that was part of the curriculum. I don't know what we're
Yes.
doing there now. Not.
I haven't seen it be.
Fourth grade. AES, no, you hadn't heard?
That needs to be included in whatever you're doing.
They're
Yeah.
not having,
That's what I heard about them were having.
Having it.
Okay.
Right,
not this year. No.
But they had it last year.
they sure
Yeah.
did.
I don't know what they're
I
doing.
heard they were doing that this year, yeah.
Well, I know it's not on their sign or anything.
We'll get with the principals and their leaderships and see.
I
what we-
still think we should have something
You might want to-
from within. Remember, they were here, when we got here.
That's right. That's right.
We found them, they didn't find us.
Board comments, Mr. Deloach?
I don't know what to say. First of all, I'm gonna be out tomorrow. I'm gonna be back. We hope there's something I can look at later because I do believe it's bad. But I do apologize for that, but I do have an engagement. I'm gonna be out of town. First of all, also let me just thank the principals. I certainly can congratulate you on what you do, not just the presentation tonight, but what you do each and every day. You know, for those folks that do a lot of talking, they haven't been in your shoes. It's a hard job today. It's a harder job today than it's ever been. It's always been hard, but it's harder today than I think it's ever been. So I commend you. I understand where you are, and we know that there are times you need support. So if you need something, ask the superintendent. If there's something that we can do, we'll do what we can. So we certainly appreciate you and all the work that you do. I do want to make one announcement on behalf of the Partners Foundation, to thank our principals for your support that you gave us and getting information out to our teachers about the mini grants. We had 30, no, I guess 26 actually came in. We approved every one of them.
All right.
Everyone that was, and they gave some good ideas. I mean, you need to read these, and I wish I could have written them down for everybody, but I didn't. But they, you know, teachers are very creative. What holds them back is material and having the time to do what they need to do. Those are the two components. So we're gonna do all we can to help them with materials. We've given them $300, principals, so you know, some of them will be ordering through purchase orders. So work with them on that. Now for the refreshments and for the little gifts, they're gonna get those probably from somewhere locally. So that means you need to have a procedure for that. But every one of them is told that you have to follow your school's purchasing procedures to make sure that's done. So when they come to you, you already know how to deal with that. But we wanted you to know that the money will be delivered to your school and your local budgets on the 24th, I believe. Is that right, Ms. Barrett? On the 24th of this month. And it's no more money than that. It's only the money for those that send in applications. And if, principals, this is where you come in really, you need to know the date that they're doing their activities. We're asking them to send at least 2 pictures in to Ms. Freeman So that she would have an idea of what's going on, and then she can compile this and get this to us as well as the superintendent. But you need to know the dates because it's important for you to be able to know what's going on in the school. We send applications back to the teachers because I'm not sure whether they made copies or not. We just approve them and send them back to them. They're actually going to the principals. If you haven't got it already, you get it, you'd have got it today. With some directions, maybe a little materials for you, and then some directions for the teachers. So we appreciate that. We think it's a good idea to have this many. Dr. Pratt, I think it's really, really amazing.
Yes, sir.
We started out a little slow, but once they really started talking about it, everybody pitched right in. We allotted for fifth grade. We got 26, and we're missing one. I was informed today that teacher sent one in, and for some reason we didn't get it. So we're gonna look at that, and she's not gonna, he or she is not gonna be held accountable. We're gonna work with that person and try to get that person in, just like, particularly if they did what they're supposed to do. So we'll do that. But just wanted you to know that, so that when this information comes to you, you have an idea of what's going on. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Mr. Shields.
I don't have really any school comments. One thing I would encourage everybody, if you have not voted, please vote, because it is so critical for this country that everyone go out and vote. I just, exercise your American right. And guess what? If you aren't registered, you can go and register and vote the same day. So just, if you haven't done it, please do it, because it's critical. That's my comment.
Or if you know something, that's not,
Yep.
And don't forget her form of ID.
gotta have that. And you gotta vote the right way. I'm finished.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Shields. Ms. Porter?
I would like to thank the principals for all they do. And for all of the hard work, you know what you do, sometimes it's not understood. Sometimes you feel as if you're in that position by yourself. But I know that you are always thinking about what you have to do, what you need to do, and what you're gonna do the next day, the next week, or whatever. Thank you for being there with our children and really doing the best job that you can do. So I really appreciate that. Also to Dr. McQueen, I give her a shout out. Congratulations to her and her accomplishments on WB. Whenever I watch it, somehow I know the mister.
I miss
man.
it. I miss it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I do thank you all for everything that you do on a daily basis.
I normally do that, not this.
That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Porter. Vice Chair?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My colleague, Ms. Shields has already indicated, and Dennis has already, but regardless of your party affiliations, vote.
Right.
Vote. It is your constitutional right to vote, and I have a sign in my yard that says vote. That's all. Yeah. It's so certainly neat. I do want to ask this question about those universities, colleges in North Carolina with a 2.8. So the SAT is not required, or is it?
They're not looking.
It's not?
looking at it.
Okay,
It's the GPA.
just a 2.8.
Yeah.
So the SAT is not a requirement.
They take it, I believe, and they want to
Yeah.
submit the score, but it's not a part of the admission. Yeah.
They can do it without it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And I'll, the remarks concerning our principals and the job that they those Monday morning quarterbacks, it's always out there, including myself. But I know it's a hard job. But it's a job that you have shown that you can do. And we ask that you continue to do it. It's the best of your ability. Let us know. I always have this question when I'm out and about. What is it that I can do, the board can do, to make your job better, safer, and be more productive? And by the way, in order for change to occur, change must be made. There's some things you're doing that maybe need to be upgraded or enforced, edited, or something of that nature. But time will tell on that. Mr. Chairman and fellow board members, I would like to curve a little bit and talk about the state board and some recent actions and things of that nature, that state board that's going to impact us down the road. As you know, the West, there are 7 districts in the West that still does not indicate that they're going to open school. They just don't know because of the devastation of the storm that went through. Take my word, you have not seen Mitchell County, parts of Asheville, Buncombe County, like it really is. You only see it from the highway, as a friend of mine said. Not back in those halls, you know. There are children, they still have a family, 21. They're still, hopefully they're there, but let's continue to pray for them. They're our colleagues, they're our kids. Hopefully they will show up, and we just don't know when some systems is going to come back in full throttle. Thursday, I think it's Thursday, the General Assembly comes back in town, 24. To hear some of the other things that maybe they can fund and do in order to help those children and those school districts in the West. There are some in the state who are looking at if it's good for them, it can be good for us. There are some actions that the General Assembly has taken that we are looking at. Let's do it for some of these tier 1 counties also. Funding wise, there's a large amount of money that is in the rainy day fund, I think is what they call it. It's about $5 billion that's in that fund for this purpose. Some of the things that the state has already funded is to enhance mental health services for students in the West. For a year, they have already said that some school psychologists, nurses will, if they will go, they will be given a year off of their job in Raleigh or wherever to work there for a year and be paid the same salary. That's not a bad deal because those kids are going to need some those families are going to need some help in dealing with some situations that you can't imagine. You just can't imagine. Can you imagine a school that's wiped right off the map? The whole elementary school disappeared. The only thing that's left is some tile that was in the floor. The school is gone. And then there are other places there that wasn't even touched. The Biltmore House, as you well know, opens the weekend. And they're gonna open the weekend. That's a major attraction. That don't surprise me because it's, you know, it's an income there. But let's not forget about them. Now, let me also say that the North Carolina Athletic Association, which I represent on the state board, met 2 weeks ago to extend the fall athletic programs for all in the state, including the West and the East. The big one right now is football. You know, football is king in North Carolina. It rules. So we have voted to extend the football season by a week, which gives school districts up in the West, if they want it, they can at least schedule at least two games in order to get a conference affiliation made. Some schools might not want it. Some of the coaches have said to me, I don't want my star player playing. Well, and then some got 11 games. The games are 10 games. Anything beyond 10 games are really not counted. There's only 2 weeks left in the game in the conference year. So, and some coaches have said that they didn't want to play an extra game, and you don't have to. They want to play 10 games, get it over with, and prepare for the playoffs. The playoffs and the championship games are still set in stone. It has not changed. But we did allow them to have an extra week cheerleading and some of those sports like that. Oh, by the way, cheerleading is a sport now. Believe it or not, it is. I mean, you see them men and them girls jumping, twirling all up in the air and all that. It takes a skill to do that stuff, you know. So basketball is coming in, but it's only for the fall sports. And we have said that to everyone, especially to the high school and middle school athletic programs throughout the state. You might have read about the judge who ruled a week ago, and she has signed it into law that NIL is now permitted in the state of North Carolina. Name, image, and likeness. High school students can now be a part of the NIL. If David Shields decides to want to sponsor a child to highlight Golden Skillet, then he can go into contract with that child's family. The child is a minor. The child can't go into a contractual arrangement. But there are rules that goes along with it, and she signed it into law that it was illegal for us not to allow high school students to participate. And by the way, this is 9 through 12. This is not middle school. It's 9 through 12 in the NIL. By the way, please note, there's a lot of critics to it. But we're not talking about these $1 million contracts that you see in college sports and whatnot. It's nowhere near that. But it is permissible in the state of North Carolina. If a child and their family want to participate, have their name, image, and likeness to be quote unquote paid for, it is legal until it gets to the Supreme Court and state Supreme Court. I doubt it's going to get anywhere with that. We're also beginning now to investigate suspensions of power and duties of local boards of education. What is the role? How's it going to be done? Under what circumstances? That is being talked about more and more and more now. So because of some actions that's occurred here recently. We're still waiting on the Leandro case to be heard, or the final. It's been 40-some years, Mr. Shields, but Leandro is still on board because Leandro is based on the Constitution of the state of North Carolina that says that every child is to have a sound, basic education, regardless of their families, income, or zip codes. We thought we were going to get a hearing here last week, but something happened, and I think a lot of the attention now is on the West. So we're still waiting on Leandro, which could absolutely be a windfall of funds for Tier 1 counties, especially.
We're one of the major initial counties that sued the state.
That's correct, along with Halifax, Hope. Can't think of the other ones, but we will wait and see how that comes out. A lot of discussion is being held again now about alternative schools versus alternative programs. Because of issues that's going on, we move back towards, let's talk about alternative schools and not so much alternative programs. How far that's going to get, we just don't know. But that is beginning to resurface again. We used to have alternative schools, and we went to programs, but now that discussion is back on the table. The mentor program that you talked about, that is definitely in the new request to funds from the General Center to fund mentor programs, and also to fund more, Dr. Pratt, funds for the school mentors that we're talking about paying more. It's to get a number of dollars out here so we can hire more. So that is on the table with the state board. These are all actions that is to be discussed. They're just discussion now. Understand that a lot of things have to go through, a lot of these things in law. So in order for it to happen, the General Assembly has to change it. We can't change it. And we have said that to some folks, but they don't think that much of that. But I appreciate the opportunity to share that with you. There are other things, we'll wait for the General Assembly to come in town Thursday and see what they do for the West. And hopefully we can look at some things statewide, because they come back in midsummer for the short term. Or no, the long term of action by the state, by the General Assembly. We know also this is going to change some too. Whether or not it changes from a super majority to a majority, we do know that the General Assembly is going to change. And yes, the governorship will change one way or the other. So that's my report on local and on the state levels. And we're just, it's important to vote. That's all I'm gonna say. We will also have a new superintendent, state superintendent, one way or the other. Go out and vote. You might say, well, that don't affect me. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it will. Especially principles on how you operate. ABM is under discussion. Whether or not we need to continue to fund on ABM or on a for need basis. But don't say that to Charlotte. Don't say that to Wake. You know, with 146,000 students. And then in the whole Northeast, we have less than 50,000.
Yes.
But that's where we are. That's what we're all about. And I look forward to sharing with the board next month some other things that state board, or this board, that state board might be involved in. Interesting times is all I can say. We'll meet the 4th and 5th, I think it is. No, it can't be the 5th. It must be the 3rd and 4th. 5th is voting day. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you, Vice Chair Hall. Certainly, I ditto all the comments that made tonight. I just want to add 2 things. It was good to attend the Battle of the Bands on Saturday and see our band back in action. And let me just be a mouthpiece for us for a second. You've heard a lot of great opportunities where you can get involved. And so I'm calling on the community tonight. So often we hear the criticism and we hear your thoughts and concerns about our school system, but now we have a lot of ways you can be involved. So Mr. Hall, you alluded to it takes a village. I'm asking our village, please show up. Find out how you can volunteer. Find out how you can get involved in our schools. And let's be serious about the education of our kids. Our next meeting is scheduled for November the 25th. Closed session starting at 5:30, open session starting at 7. If there are no more comments and concerns, I will entertain a motion at this time to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
There's been motion and properly second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Good night.
I'm betting that'll be.